Hey everybody. Good morning. Let me try to straighten myself up here. Let's see. Scoot over just the wrong way. I don't know why I kind of like to be a little more centered than just sitting out there. So I'll wait for everybody to hop on. Give you a few minutes. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. I just sat down. I've been going. I've had my workout. I took my youngest to school. Done a little housework. Today's not typically a day off for me, but had some rescheduling of clients. So I wanted to hop on with you guys this morning and give a little chat. So I've not had my first cup of coffee yet. I do have it here. This is my Pawpaw's cup, and it really means a lot to me. It was one that he always drank out of every morning, the coffee he made from his percolator. And I hope that I'll be able to give it to my kids one day. It meant a lot when my dad found it down at the farm and passed it along to me. So I don't know if you guys had storms. I know here in Tennessee, we had some storms yesterday that were crazy. The trees were just going back and forth, and the sky got dark, and had an older daughter text me and say, what am I going to do if it's raining? What am I supposed to do about driving? So she's not quite ready to drive in the rain yet. With she thinks that her lights aren't bright enough or something, I guess. But we're going to give it about 30-45 more seconds to see if anybody else hops on. And if you do hop on, give me an emoji, a thumbs up, a wave, a hi, something like that, so that I know that you're here. And anytime you have any questions during this little chat, or if you have questions at the end or comments at the end, if you comment and the video's over, I will try to get back to the questions or comments and try to answer later on this afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I wanted to come to you guys today and talk about kind of a follow-up of what I talked about on Monday. I was talking about a quick breakfast, a grab-and-go breakfast. And these are quick dinners, the go-to dinners. I know that school is back in session here in Tennessee. A lot of my northern friends can't quite believe it. And it's just one of those times that's crazy. Every parent knows that getting up early in the morning, getting your kids ready, heading out the door, you go to work, or you may have errands of your own to do and take care of other little kids at home, or whatever your situation is, whether you work in the home or whether you work out of the home. It does sometimes overwhelm you just thinking about what you're going to make for dinner. And I want to give you some quick solutions that can still keep you on track. And even though they might be prepackaged, they might be quick, they are still a healthier option than hitting the McDonald's or the Wendy's or the Sonic or whatever other fast food restaurant you may hit. And not saying that I've not done it and that I'm not going to do it, but I try to keep those times limited. So I do want to share with you guys a blog post that I did, and it's called I Don't Want to Cook and What to Do. So I am going to share that now so that you guys can click on the link anytime during this live video and head on over there, or head on over after you watch the video to see what else I've got to say. I'm going to cover a few of the things that I went over on that blog post, but I go into a little more depth on that blog post. So there's no particular order that I'm going in. I'm just kind of winging it here this morning, but I do want to tell you that it does help tremendously if you keep prepped veggies on hand, or if you buy pre-cut veggies. And sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You don't have time to stand there and cut up all the veggies in the world. But this is my daughter's favorite. She loves the sugar snap peas, and it's a great thing to add to a stir fry if you want to ever do a stir fry. And stir fries are quick, but they're not the quickest option in the world. But yes, sugar snap peas are good to throw with some hummus. And this is hummus that I got at Walmart. Walmart is the only place in town that carries it that I know of, and they quit carrying my favorite, which is the kale pesto flavor. But it's organic. It doesn't have, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any soy added to it. If you'll look at most hummuses, they have soybean oil, and I try to stay away from that when I can. But it's great. It's yummy, and it makes for a good snack. It makes for a good side if you don't have time and you're wanting something quick. So just throw some hummus together with some veggies that are pre-cut. You can do cucumbers and bell peppers, carrots, the snap peas, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini strips if you want. There are so many different options that you can use to cut those veggies, and they're easy if you have time for a quick meal, but yet you don't have a lot of time. Like I said, you can put together a stir fry. Just throw a few of the cut up veggies into the skillet with a little bit of leftover chicken. If you've baked a chicken, that's a great option as well. Another, eggs. Eggs can be so quick and so easy. And even though, yes, you're still having to cook, it's not going to take you but maybe 10 minutes to throw together something for a meal. And who can't have breakfast for dinner? That's one of my favorite things. I love having breakfast for dinner. So you can scramble up a few eggs, or you can fry them, or you can poach them, or however you want to prepare them. If you want to have a more substantial meal, you can whip up the eggs, take some of those prepped veggies you had, go ahead and saute or steam your veggies, throw those scrambled eggs in there, let them cook for a few minutes, and you're going to have an omelet or a frittata if you don't want to flip it and fold it in half. So you can serve it with a piece of Ezekiel toast, and then you've got a meal that is so quick, maybe 10-15 minutes, and you don't have to worry about much of a cleanup either. It's the bowl that you whisk the eggs in and the skillet that you cook them in. So go ahead and have breakfast for dinner. It's really quite yummy, and I think I might do it for dinner today if the family doesn't object. Okay, next thing. I said I do veggies, and pre-chopped veggies. This is another one of my favorites. This one's from Walmart. Sometimes I will get it from Kroger as well. Just depends. But organic broccoli slaw, you can make a slaw out of it, which in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have a recipe for some broccoli slaw on my website. So I do want to share that with you guys when I get it up so that you can make it too. And you can also go ahead and just saute them. Put them in a skillet with a little bit of coconut oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and you've got a quick side, less than 10 minutes, and you've got a side to go. Now, this may seem a little unconventional for a lot of you, and you may think that I'm nuts. You may think that it is against a health coach's policy, or that I have gone off my rocker, and I don't use these all the time, but canned salmon is wonderful, and so is canned organic chicken breast. It has, I'll read the ingredients to you guys: organic chicken breast and sea salt. That's it. That is absolutely it. And this one is pink salmon and salt. So, and it is wild caught. So you don't have to worry about it being farmed. Stay away from the farmed salmon. They add antibiotics and color to the feed, and it's going to be passed on to you. So try to stay away from that. But I picked these up at Costco. I know that we don't have a Costco here in Cookeville, but anytime you can find, sometimes Kroger will carry these. So it's more in the organic section. But go pick you up a few cans, have them stashed in your pantry or in your cabinets so that you can use it to put into, topped with the broccoli slaw, or if you wanted to add a little meat to your omelet, or if you want to toss it on top of a salad. And that is one thing that I did not mention on the website on this latest blog post, was talking about just doing a salad. I did mention throwing the canned salmon and the canned chicken on top of the salad, but salad is a good go-to. If you can get pre-washed organic greens, just throw them in a bowl, those prepped veggies in a bowl, and top it with maybe a little apple cider vinegar and the meat from the can. I know that sounds crazy, but just do it and you've got a meal, and you can use that to go for your lunch as well. It doesn't have to just be dinner, but it's quick, it's easy, and there's nothing that you have to worry about. Now, another thing that you can do, and these are canned, these are prepackaged, so you're not cooking, because I know that there are times when you just want a heat it and eat it kind of meal. Black beans are a great plant-based protein, and they go great on a salad. You can make a bowl. So, if you want to grab a bowl, throw in some black beans, some of those veggies. If you want to saute them, that's totally up to you. Steam them. If you want to, cut them up smaller bites, but you can make a bowl with the veggies and the black beans. And then if you want added protein, get some of that canned salmon or some of that canned chicken, and you've got a complete meal. You can serve it with a side of fruit. Berries are starting to go out of season, but blackberries are still plentiful, still some blueberries and strawberries. So there's even peaches. So if you want to cut up some of those and serve them on the side, it's great. You can have that meal fixed in less than 10 to 15 minutes. This was my go-to meal when I was sick after I had come back from our vacation over the Christmas holiday. And I lived on this for like a week, but it kept me nourished and I didn't have to cook. My family didn't want to be around me when they came home. They headed out the door and went to dinner. So this was my salvation during that time, and it was cold. So when you're cold and you want something quick and easy and warm, soups. Amy's Organics are great. Quinoa, kale, and red lentil is a really good one. I don't eat this one as much, but it's the chili. It's a good option as well. And also the lentil vegetable. This one's probably my favorite one. But as far as pre-canned or pre-packaged soups, I think that she has the best flavors of any of them. I have tried so many brands that it's just uncanny. And most of them, like the Kroger brand, the Walmart brand, I can't remember what other brand I had, but it's when it's too earthy for me, it's too earthy. There was way too much herbs and spices. And there were a few cans that I even had to throw out of some different brands. So I said, no, I found these, and these will be the ones that I will keep in my pantry just for those times when I don't want to cook, don't have time to cook, maybe come in from work and need to head out to a PTO meeting and come back and it's 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, and don't have time to cook. So those are some great options. And if you guys have anything that you can recommend to other people, do it. Share it here so that other people can see what healthy options you may have and can recommend that are quick and easy to throw together. But it's being creative. So I had quite a few different things, and I usually would, like if this were going to be a meal, I would eat some of the soup and add some veggies because I always like to have tons of veggies. Like my salads are so big that my kids ask me if that's for all of us or just for me, and I say it's just for me. Sorry. So if you can take your veggies and your canned meat and your black beans and toss them together into a meal, use some spices, use some herbs. You can make many different meals in many different ways. And no, some of it may not be what your kids would eat, but sometimes you just need something for you that's quick and they might can last a little longer, or they may want something a little different. But with the eggs, the breakfast for dinner, the kids should be able to handle that. And it's just being creative. It's just taking things that you have and going ahead and making a meal out of it. So I wanted to thank you guys for listening to me, for tuning in, and I want you to go out and have a beautiful and wonderful day. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them here. You can message me. Don't forget to check out the link to the I don't want to cook, I don't know what to eat when I don't want to cook blog post that I posted at the beginning of the live video. And see you guys and have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.